Hi guys, Andy Anderson here from Remax. Have you ever wondered what buy-to-let means? In today's video, I'm going to talk about what a buy-to-let is and how it works. Also, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell so that you can be notified when I release a new video. So buy-to-let is an investment strategy used by property investors. It involves buying a property with the intent of renting it out. So there's a few ways that you can do this. The first way is you can buy the property in cash. This means that any rental income that you generate from the property is all pure profit. But unfortunately, not everyone is in the position to be buying properties in cash. So the alternative is number 2, which is a buy-to-let mortgage. So there's a few things that are different between a buy-to-let mortgage and a standard residential mortgage. One of them being the deposit amount. So rather than your typical 5 or 10% that you need for a residential mortgage, you need typically about 25% for a buy-to-let mortgage, so quite a bit more. So for example, if we look at a property that's worth 100,000, for a residential mortgage, you can put down as little as 5%. So all you need is your 5% and you can get the mortgage on it. Whereas, like I said, in the buy-to-let, you typically need a deposit of around 25%. So you're looking at putting down about 25,000 before you can get a buy-to-let mortgage on the £100,000 house. So now I'm just going to look at an example of how a typical buy-to-let mortgage would work. So say you've had your offer accepted on a property that is worth 100,000 and you have your deposit which is at 25,000. So you also need to account for your solicitor fees, which will be roughly between 1,000 and 2,000, and you also need to take into account your LBTT, which is your land and building transaction tax, which if you already own a property is charged at 4% of the property value that you're buying. So this means that in total, if you want a buy-to-let mortgage on a property at £100,000, you'll need your deposit at 25,000. You'll need your solicitor fees at about 1,500, say, and you'll need your LBTT at 4%, which will be 4,000. So altogether, you would need to put down, or you would need to have saved roughly 30,500 to be able to get the mortgage on the £100,000 buy-to-let. So once you've saved up this money and you've got your mortgage, there are a couple of different repayment types for a buy-to-let mortgage. Number 1, which is your capital and interest repayment, which is just the same as your standard residential mortgage. The second option you have is interest only, where you only pay the interest for the loan back. Now I'm not going to go into the two different repayment options too much because it takes quite a while to explain. I will do a video further down the line explaining the two different options. So if we look at the example of the property that was worth 100,000, so you've saved up your money to cover your deposit, your solicitor fees and your LBTT at 4%, and you have selected your capital and interest repayment option. So over 35 years, this would leave your mortgage payments sitting at about £275 a month. Now, if you've got a tenant in that property that was paying you, say, £600 a month, you are making £325 a month off of that one property, which in turn leads to £3,900 a year profit from the one property. So the reason this is such a popular investment strategy is you're making your monthly income that's coming in, and you also have the capital appreciation of the property, which can be quite high if you pick a good area. So say you sell the property in 10 or 15 years time, you've made the monthly income from the property, and also the property has maybe gone up 30, 40, 50,000 depending on the value of the property. So that's why a lot of people choose buy-to-let as an investment strategy, because you get the monthly income or the yearly income, and you also get the capital appreciation on the property. So if anyone's got any questions about buy-to-let, maybe they're thinking about buying a buy-to-let property and they want some more information, give me a message and I'm happy to help out. Hope everyone's staying safe and looking after themselves. Take care, guys. Cheers.